Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Dwyer Stadium. Tonight, the Batavia Muckdogs have a rematch against the Newark Pilots. 2 games this week, 2 11-0 victories for Batavia. Done a great job handling business in both of those 2 wins. They jumped out to a 9+ run lead after the first 3 innings. Last night, the offense pounced early, and they may have slowed down a little bit in the later stages, but it's because they had done all the work necessary in the early going. 3 runs in the first inning on a 3-run triple from Cooper Fesh. They added on 6 more in the second inning on 5 hits. When you jump out to a 9-0 lead, it's almost certainly going to be a recipe for success. The Muckdogs proving that they've done a great job. A lot of circumstances this season where they've come out and they've just swung the bats angry. Put up 8-run first innings on multiple occasions. It was more the second inning where the damage was done last night, but they've really taken control of Newark. I've spent a lot of time talking about the bats yesterday, but the pitching, not only can it not be glossed over, it's rare and strange to say that the offense wasn't the main focus or factor in this game, and they scored 11 runs. That's because a 2-hit shutout for the Muckdogs over 7 innings last night. Cole Taylor, the starting pitcher, was brilliant, working faster than just about any pitcher you'll see. Went 5 shutout. Samuel Gill came in. He struggled early in the season with command, but he's really honed in lately. He looked great yesterday. 2 shutout innings, struck out 3 batters. He very well could be a big factor in this bullpen as we come down the stretch. Just another arm. Already a litany of guys who can come in and sling it out of the pen. Gill was tremendous last night. The Muckdogs 23-10-1, as you can see. The Pilots 15-17-2. Batavia with a 1.5 game lead over Jamestown in the West Division standings at the moment. Auburn jumps into 3rd. The Americans with the loss last night, they are tied with the Double Days, but they are in 4th place in the West right now. It's been a tight race all year. It's not changing. It's going to come down to the last few games. The Muckdogs and the Tarpskunks play the final day of the regular season, July 27th, right here at Dwyer Stadium. That is going to be a great game. I cannot wait to see that one unfold. It very well could be for the division. The Muckdogs, of course, hope it's not, obviously, as they'd like to just roll into the playoffs on a big win streak. A win last night to get the bad taste of Tuesday's loss at Niagara Falls out of their mouth. Looking to keep it rolling today against the Pilots, who they've defeated 11-0 both times they've played in the last week. I'm Nikita Lohman. I'll be taking you through this one. I thank you for tuning in. Should be a great game in store. The first place Muckdogs look to keep it rolling when we return. The lineups for the Muckdogs and Pilots just about done being introduced. We'll show you those after the festivities, as we'll now have the playing of our national anthem, performed by Victoria Fesser.
She has solos in chorus, participates in school musicals, sings on the weekends at a speedway. She sings at high school football games and has also had the pleasure of singing the national anthem at the Ronald McDonald House basketball game. Additionally, Victoria plays the flute and piccolo. She is a member of the varsity cheerleading squad in Leroy and is on the all-star cheer squad in Warsaw, where she recently competed in Orlando, Florida for cheer nationals. After high school, Victoria plans to attend college on a pre-med track with a specialty in neurosurgery. Ladies and gentlemen, performing this evening's national anthem, let's welcome Victoria Fetzer.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the
Let's now take a look at the starting pitcher for the Batavia Muckdogs tonight. It's the local kid, Jaden Sherwood from Batavia, attended Notre Dame High School, on the bump this evening, making his 8th start of the season. 8th appearance, 5th start. The All-Star, one of the 8 All-Stars for the Muckdogs, 3 on the pitching staff, Sherwood one of them. He's mostly been a road dog. This will be his first chance to start at home this season. Gone 24.2 innings, a 2.92 ERA, 15 strikeouts to 6 walks, a 2.55 batting average against. A strike thrower, that's what you're going to get with Jaden Sherwood. Good fastball, nice slider and curveball to boot. Last time out was July 9th versus Geneva. He won 5 innings, allowed 2 runs, 3 hits, 1 walk, 4 strikeouts. And those 2 runs both came with his day just about over in the 5th inning. He was fantastic. He's been reliable, consistent, whatever you want to say. Jaden Sherwood has been just that. Let's take a look now at the starting lineup he'll have to go against for the Pilots, presented to you by Tompkins Bank. Leading off and playing center field, it's Paulie Goodness. Chris Finacharo in right field bats second. Anthony Hector, the third baseman, bats third. Cooper Loyal, the shortstop, will clean up, batting fourth. Nick DiGiacomo in the 5-hole plays left field. Evan Brock at second base, bats sixth. Alex Wooten at first base, batting seventh. Liam Wagner, the designated hitter in the 8-hole, batting ninth and catching. Brand new face on the Pilot roster, making his season debut. It's Benny Buxton. And Parker Zeiser is the extra hitter, batting 10th. Ethan Chavez will take the mound for the Pilots. Now looking at the defense behind Jaden Sherwood. His battery mate will be Cooper Romick, Braden Horton, Omar Carreras, Tyler Castrotaro, and Jackson Inman round out the infield. Sean Mendas, Kyle Vaughn, and Jacob Vesco from left to right in the outfield. The Muckdogs, after having a 4-game win streak snapped, got back in the win column last night, beat these very same Pilots 11-0. This will be the last time Newark and Batavia play. The Muckdogs are 3-0 against them this season, looking to complete the series sweep. They were supposed to play a 5th game, but weather nullified a doubleheader on Sunday. They played just 1 game, which the Muckdogs won 11-0. They were back at Colburn Park last night, another 11-0 victory. Detailed that one a bit on the opening of tonight's ball game. Cooper Fesh, a star, 4 ribbies. Cole Taylor and Sam Gill combined for a 2-hit shutout. So the Pilots, with many familiar faces in the lineup tonight, they'll hope for a better result this evening, as they have not scored against the Muckdogs in their last 2 times up against them. Now they're not in a great spot. 15, 17, and 2, 6th in the West Division. They are technically not eliminated, but a lot would have to go very right for them to crack the playoffs. They'd essentially have to win out. The Muckdogs just need to keep winning ball games to lock up the 1 seed. They've been playing great, 7-2-1 in their last 10. Since June 22nd, they have not lost a game by more than 1 run. They've lost just 4 games over that span. So that's essentially a month of competitive ball every night. The first pitch from Jaden Sherwood to open this evening is outside for ball 1, and we are underway. A bit cooler here at the stadium tonight, 77 degrees, the temperature at first pitch. As there is a strike, the count even at 1s. To the leadoff man, Paulie Goodness. Goodness returned to the lineup for the Pilots yesterday after missing some time with injury. He got off to a good start, went 1 for 2 with a double. Just 1 of 2 hits for Newark. Now, if you're Jaden Sherwood, watch for them to attack early in the count, early in this game. Through nearly 25 innings, just 6 walks on his line, so Newark knows he's going to live in the strike zone. They want to get that rough offensive showing out of their minds. Here, though, staying patient is Goodness. He takes the breaking ball out of the zone. 2 balls and a strike, the count. That one fouled away. Almost went straight into the Newark dugout. Saw that a few times last night. It was Muckdog hitters bulleting balls into the first base side. But here it's Goodness. It's 2 balls and 2 strikes. Sherwood kicks and fires. That one misses. So the count runs full to the first man up tonight. Goodness on the season, hitting .304, .391 on base, .357 slug. He takes that one high for ball 4. So a leadoff walk opens the night for Newark. As Chris Finacharo will come to the plate now. Was quiet last night, going 0 for 3. Hitting .351 on the season, OPS at .818. No home runs, 5 RBIs. First pitch to him is high and inside for ball 1. That would be to 1-0. That one misses high, so Sherwood searching for that strike zone a bit as this night opens up. Breaking ball clips the outside corner. So couldn't find the zone with the heater, flips in a slider, and it works like a charm. 2-1 the count now. We'll take a look around the league as all 8 West Division teams play. As there's a ground ball to second base. Carreras tags for one. The throw to first is in time. A heady play by the second baseman, Omar Carreras. He tags Pauly Goodness, makes the easy throw to first. To turn 2. Normally with the ball hit that softly, you're not going to get that, but making it happen right there. Now quickly, 2 outs, nobody on. In a situation like that, that's where Pauly Goodness is taught to stop. You want to make the double play as hard as possible. Maybe run back. Just make it as hard as it can be for Omar Carreras. Don't let him just run into the throw to the first and turn a double play. Not executed right there, so 2 outs, nobody on. First pitch was outside to Anthony Hector, as is the second, so 2 balls and no strikes. Hector at second base last night, tonight at the hot corner for Miami, Florida, hitting .302 with a .448 on base this season. Up high here. Did a bit of a shuffle. I wasn't sure if that was either a Soto shuffle or he thought it was ball 4. Either way, he digs back in on 3-0. He went 0 for 2 with a walk last night against the Muckdogs. Looking for another one here as the 3-0 pitch is outside for ball 4. So a pair of first inning walks surrendered by Jaden Sherwood. You have to wonder if pitching at home, getting a start for the Muckdogs as a Batavia kid, if there's some added nerves that he's just got to work through a little bit. Now facing Cooper Loyal, swing and a miss, strike 1. He may still be finding the zone with the fastball. The breaking ball is right there. That slider has been executed to perfection multiple times here in inning number 1. Throw over to check in on Hector. Oh, 1 pitch now on the way. Swing and a miss, goes right back to it. The shortstop, Cooper Loyal, behind. No balls, 2 strikes. Loyal with an .826 OPS, no home runs, 19 RBIs, average at .303. Struck out 14 times, looking to prevent the 15th. There's the 0-2 on the way. Runner goes for second. The throw down from Romick is in time. A bullet from that right arm. He cuts down Hector trying to steal a bag. So after a half inning of play, it's 0-0 as the Muckdogs come to bat. The Pilots get 2 runners to reach base, both of them erased by defensive plays, though. Muckdogs will come to bat after the break. Back now for the bottom of the first inning. Let's take a look at the starting lineup for the Batavia Muckdogs this evening. Leading off and manning shortstop, it's Tyler Castrotaro. Cooper Fesh, after his big day at the plate, slides up to second. He's the extra hitter. Sean Mindos, the left fielder, bats third. Braden Horton cleaning up today, playing first base. Jackson Inman in the 5 hole at third. James Bolton batting 6th, the designated hitter. Omar Carreras at second base, batting 7th. Kyle Vaughn in the 8 hole, playing center field. Jacob Vesco cracks the starting lineup tonight, batting 9th, playing right field. And Cooper Romick, you saw him cut a man down. He will bat 10th and catch. As Tyler Castrotaro digs into the plate, facing Ethan Chavez for the first time. First pitch, line drive, right at the first baseman Wooten for out number 1. So 1 pitch, 1 out. Good start for Chavez, who came into the day with a 3.52 ERA over 23 innings pitched. This is his second start of the season, 11th appearance. Cooper Fesh, 4 RBIs last night. Takes first pitch for a strike right here. Playing in his 29th game, a 3.49 average, 4.25 on base, 4.30 slug. OPS way up there. He launched a triple last night, really set the tone for the game. As that one grounded to Wooten, he flips to Chavez, who steps on the bag for a quick out number 2. 3 pitches, 2 outs. Different story from last night.
Batting third for your Muckdogs, the left fielder, number 7, Sean Mendes.
But as a matter of fact, last night the Muckdogs' first 2 hitters were retired before Sean Mindas got a hit to really start a rally. Mendas playing in his 22nd game. His average dipped below 400 last night, but right back up there, hitting 400 on the season, 518 on base, OPS at 932. He takes the first pitch for a ball. He did not have to play a full game, had 3 plate appearances, and then was taken out. 1-0 here. Swing and a miss evens the count at a ball and a strike. Went 1 for 1, also had a walk and a hit by pitch. So a flawless day at the plate for the left fielder. He's really found a home in the 3 hole. That breaking ball misses high. Interesting shuffle. Braden Horton generally has been leadoff or second in the Muckdog order. Cleanup tonight. Obviously, these games are crucial down the stretch. The Muckdogs trying different things out. They're going to keep Horton's bat near the top of the order no matter what, but seeing which spot makes the lineup run best. Sean Mendas here works a 2-out walk to bring up the aforementioned Horton with a runner on base. For Ethan Chavez, pretty good control. Allowed 10 walks through 23 innings. Also 13 strikeouts. Braden Horton, if you don't throw him a pitch in the zone, he's not going to help you out. Swinging at the first pitch, pops one up left side of the infield on the outfield grass. Anthony Hector makes the catch to retire the side. So the Muckdogs score no runs on no hits. They leave 1 man left on base after an inning of play. They are all tied up at 0s. The Batavia Muckdogs could not operate without our sponsors. While we have a moment, I'll shine a light on all of the incredible sponsors which power your Muckdogs. A huge thank you to Alex's Place, Batavia Downs, Bourbon and Burger, Brighton Security, Bully Hill, Casella Waste, Dave's Ice Cream, Eli Fish Brewing, Ficarella's Pizza, Genesee Community College, Genesee Lumber, Ken Barrett Chevrolet, Oakwood Hills, Skyworks, Tompkins Bank, Turnbull Heating and Air, Tully's, UR Wilmot, Rochester Regional Health, Ray Beverage, Zoom Fitness, Allegheny Farm Services, Arc of Genesee Orleans, Ashley Furniture, Batavia Foot Care Center, Best Choice Heating and Air, Bikers Against Child Abuse, Bright Path Kids, Burger King, Salino Plumbing, Council Rock Wealth Advisory Group, Eagle Star Housing, Easttown Beverage, Everdry Waterproofing, Farm Credit East, Farrell Gas, Frank's Calmister Plumber, Freed Maxic, Geico Genesee County Chamber, Glow Regional Waste, Go Health, Graham Corporation, Healthy Families Wyoming, and the Genesee Partnership, Horizon Health Services, HP Hood, ICAC, J. Leonard McAndrew Funeral Home, Land Pro, Leaf Guard, Liberty Pumps, Louis J. Lang & Sons, Empower Agency, Massive Testing, Mental Health Association of Genesee and Orleans, Myers RV, Mogaveras Automotive, the National Guard, the New York State School for the Blind, Oak Orchard Health, Oatkin Milk Products, Overheard Door, PNCG, Pellegrino Auto Sales, Perry Veterinary Clinic, Stan's Harley Davidson, Stop DWI, Suburban Propane, TF Browns, Toyota Batavia, Trevor O'Reilly State Farm, TVFCU, and the United States Gypsum Company.
Fans at the top of the second inning, leading off and batting fourth for the Pilots. Shortstop number 23, Cooper Loyal.
So Cooper Loyal will come back to the plate as Anthony Hector was caught stealing to end the first inning. He was behind, no balls and 2 strikes, so probably not too upset to get a fresh slate as Jaden Sherwood on for his second inning of work. He rocks and fires. Breaking ball is outside for ball 1. The sky was ominous around first pitch, but things have cleared up for now. It's nice and sunny here. That one popped foul. First base side out of play. There's no rain in the forecast, so was not expected to be an issue, but nice to see the sun peeking through on a wonderful Thursday evening. Fastball just misses. It's been a hot summer. You see a temperature below 80, and it sort of catches your eye. Nice change of pace. It's 2 balls and a strike on Cooper Loyal. The pitch from Sherwood. Cut on and missed. With a guy like Jaden Sherwood, oftentimes you're only going to get one chance to get to him. The Pilots are hoping. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Nasty breaking ball. First K of the day for Sherwood. First out here in the second inning. The Pilots are going to do everything they can to make sure he doesn't get into a groove, but there's a very good chance that that first inning was their opportunity to pounce, as he was still finding the strike zone. The breaking ball is clearly there. The fastball, he's still finding that release point, but when he does, they could be in some trouble, as Nick DiGiacomo will come to the plate. DiGiacomo in left field tonight takes the first pitch low. DiGiacomo had one of the 2 hits for the Pilots last night, hitting .256 on the season, a .393 on base. Takes that pitch up high for ball 2. That one misses. So it's 3 balls and no strikes on DiGiacomo. There's a strike inside corner. Sherwood getting back into the count. There's some big games tonight in the West Division for playoff implications. Auburn faces Elmira, that one at Dunn Field. Another strike, Sherwood, from 3-0 to 3-2. Trying to come all the way back in the count. The Americans and Tarp Skunks today with game 2 of a 3-game set. That one misses inside for ball 4. So Jaden Sherwood still trying to find the strike zone. That's the 3rd walk he's allowed through an inning and a third. Has not come back to bite him at all up until now. Evan Brock has not faced the Muckdogs this season. A .674 OPS, .231 average, .400 on base percentage. First pitch is grounded out to shortstop. Castrotaro fields. He'll only have the play at first. The throw is in time. I think if he could have it back, he'd charge that ball a little more. It took a few higher hops than anticipated on the grass in the infield. So only 1 out to be had. 2 down, a runner on second base for Alex Wooten. Wooten had last night off, went 0 for 1 with a walk against the Muckdogs on the 13th. Chops that one out to second base. Carreras fields, throws in time for out number 3. So nothing comes from the 1-out walk. The Pilots leave 1 man left on base. They get no hits, and after an inning and a half of play, this one is still tied up at 0s.
Did you know that 15 minutes can save you 15% or more on car insurance with Geico?
Yeah, but did you know that Dewey's favorite snack is popcorn from the Batavia Muckdogs? Hi, what can I get for you? One Muckdog ale, please.
Oh, that sounds good.
Here you go.
Hey, you know what? Let me get one of those too.
Hey,
Thank you, good sir.
what is this Muckdog Ale?
Oh, it's actually the official beer of the Batavia Muckdogs, brewed by yours truly, Eli Fish. Come down, stop by, and get yourself some drinks, some food, awesome stuff at 109 Main Street.
Jackson Inman will open up the bottom of the second for the Muckdogs. It's 5, 6, and 7 in their order. Inman playing in his 27th game of the season. 329 average, a 464 on base, 482 slug. Good for a 947 OPS. Face Ethan Chavez, who delivers strike 1. That pitch misses. 1-1 the count. There is a strike. 1-2 on Jackson Inman. Inman last night went 1 for 3, had a big double one hop off the wall in center field, drove in 2 runs as part of the Muckdogs' big second inning. No surprise that Jackson Inman was right at the heart of the fireworks for the Muckdogs. He's been doing that all year. A fixture in the middle of the order, hitting 5th today. You'll see him between 3 and 5, anywhere in those 3 slots. One of the premier left-handed hitters in the West. Lines that one into left field for a base hit. Leadoff single. Inman, the hitman of the game, making the fans happy, making statistician Zach happy up here in the press box. As a man aboard to open the inning for James Bolton. Bolton playing in his 25th game. 294 average, 440 on base, 324 slug. An on-base machine, uber consistent with his production. You can almost count on him to get on base twice in a game. That one misses outside. The on-base percentage, of course, reflects that. It feels like you can pencil him in for at least a single and a walk every time he's in the starting lineup, which is very valuable to have, especially here in the 6 hole. Takes a strike right there. He's not going to beat himself. He's going to take good swings, take the ball to the big part of the field. 18 walks to 14 strikeouts. As there, he lines one into right field for a base hit. Inside out approach, gets one through. Back-to-back singles open the second for the Muckdogs. Inman holds up at second. As now, it'll be Omar Carreras. With 2 outs, nobody on. First pitch is low. Wooten at first base was playing in for the bunt. And no flashing of it here. They're letting tonight's starting second baseman swing away. We'll see if they change up the call. Again, letting him swing. And, you know, I like that decision. When you have a lead late in the game and you're trying to just add 1 run to the scoreboard, it makes sense to dial in the bunt, but here you're trying to spark a big inning early. Let your guy swing it. Carreras, a guy who does a good job putting the ball in play. Takes that pitch for a ball. Ahead in the count. Carreras went 0 for 2 with a walk yesterday. On deck is Kyle Vaughn. That one, line drive, caught, actually through for a base hit into center field. They'll hold up Jackson Inman at third. Almost looked like it went straight through the glove of Evan Brock and into center field, as he had a beat on it, but for the fortune of the Muckdogs, it worked out. So the bases are now loaded. Back-to-back-to-back singles bring up Kyle Vaughn. A perfect opportunity for the newest Muckdog to present his first signature moment with the team. Vaughn went 0 for 2 with a walk last night, hitting .231, a .286 on base. A very small sample size. This is just his 5th game with the Muckdogs. Chavez kicks and fires. That one misses. So even in a situation of this magnitude, staying within himself, patient at the plate, waiting for his pitch. Swing and a miss. Nice breaking ball there. Took a healthy hack. The count 1-1. On the bases, Inman at third, Bolton at second, Carreras at first. Chavez kicks and fires. That one is lined foul. Back into the net. So Vaughn behind 1-2. Nice leave right there. Really good breaking ball snapped off by Chavez. It was just a few inches off the outside corner. Kyle Vaughn not biting. Evens up the count, 2-2. Still nobody out, bases loaded in the second. That one grounded out to shortstop. Loyal fields throws to second for one, on to first. It's a double play. So no RBI for Vaughn, but a run does score for the Muckdogs. They'll take him putting the ball in play. Hit it hard, just in the wrong spot. Now, a runner on third. That is James Bolton with 2 down. It brings up Jacob Vesco. Vesco, 192 average. 410 on base, though. Usually don't see that type of discrepancy. Shows that maybe better fortune coming soon. for tonight's right fielder. That pitch misses. The count even at 1-1. That one lined back up the middle into center field. It's down for a base hit. Jacob Vesco gets in on the fun. 2-out knock, the fourth of the inning for the Muckdogs. It pushes home their second run. It's now 2-0. 2-out hits. Great for an offense, brutal for a pitcher. Chavez. Just was so close to getting out of this thing, allowing just one. But couldn't get the final out. Still looking forward here. Only 2 runs across. All things considered, the Pilots would take a 2-run inning. The way the first 2 games these teams have played this week have gone, 2-0 after 2 is a massive victory. Cooper Romick fouls the first pitch back, so he's behind in the count 0-1. Now 0-2 as that fastball paints the corner. Romick gunned down Anthony Hector trying to steal second base in the first inning. Even if the bat isn't quite where he's wanted it to be, he can really play good defensive catcher. Ball and 2 strikes on him here. 1-2 home. Vesco going for second. The pitch is grounded to third. Hector fields, throws on the run. Play is completed at first base. So 5-3 ground out ends the second inning, but not before the Muckdogs scored 2 runs on 4 hits. They leave 1 man left on base, and they lead the ball game 2-0 after 2. Muckdog fans, let's take a look at Batavia's upcoming schedule. They hit the road tomorrow, 2-game road trip, Friday, Saturday. Elmira tomorrow, Geneva Saturday. Both of those games kick off at 6:30 p.m. They'll be streamed right here on the Batavia Muckdog YouTube channel. On Sunday the 20th, the Muckdogs take on the Niagara Falls Americans. That one begins at 4 p.m. It's free Diamond Dance photo. All right, so come on out. Get a free Diamond Dance photo. It's crazy to say, but after today, there are just 4 more home games for the Muckdogs for the rest of the summer. It's really hard to believe. Of course, playoffs not included in that, but nothing is guaranteed after July 27th. So coming out to the stadium, buy tickets at 585-524-2260. Please make sure to call. Get yourself some tickets and have some fun before the summer's all done. Jaden Sherwood pitching with the lead for the first time today. He'll face 8, 9, and 10 in the Pilots order, starting with Liam Wagner. Wagner from Hingham, Massachusetts, committed to play ball at Emerson, hitting 146 this summer. Takes the first pitch from Jaden Sherwood outside. Like many of his teammates, went hitless last night. takes a strike right there on the outside corner. Inside corner, strike 2. Wagner took a step out. Sherwood just standing there waiting for him. Now he kicks and fires. That one lined into right field for a base hit. Vesco chasing it in the corner, cuts it off and gets it in quickly to hold him to a single. But it's the first hit of the day for Newark. Leadoff man on here in the third.
Batting ninth in the lineup for Newark, catching number 40, Benny Buxton.
Benny Buxton now will dig in, making his summer debut. This is his first time taking the field with the Pilots. A funny dynamic here. A catcher at Monroe Community College, so Jaden Sherwood more than likely has pitched to Benny Buxton. Now he'll have to pitch against him. Let's see if that helps out the left-handed hitting catcher. Count 1-1. He knows what he's got. You cannot deny that. And it's the same thing with the man on deck and Parker Zeiser, a pair of Monroe catchers against the Monroe arm. Let's see who wins the battles. That pitch missed outside, so it's 2 balls and a strike. Swing and a foul tip into the glove. Evens the count at 2-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. So Sherwood wins the first MCC battle for out number 1. Now he'll have his second leg of the matchup with Parker Zeiser. Zeiser, the extra hitter, batting 10th. Went hitless last time versus the Muckdogs on the 13th. He swings and misses through strike 1 right there. Hitting 161 on the season to 273 on base. It'll be an 0-1. That breaking ball drops in for strike 2. All day long. That's been his bread and butter. The go-to pitch has been the off-speed. If he's in a pinch. Wouldn't be surprised if he goes to it again. He does, but the pitch misses. So it's 1-2. Now dials it up with the heater. Tapped out to third. Inman Fields throws on the run. Horton with a great pick stepping off the bag, but Zeiser will be safe at first. Braden Horton with some tremendous damage control. He's pleading his case, saying he stayed on the bag. They're going to have a chat with their umpire. The call remains the same. Safe at first base to the dismay of Braden Horton. Even if they didn't get the out there, it was a great play. Great play by Braden Horton. You don't see guys too often step onto the other side of the bag, but he played the hop perfectly. Prevented any kind of damage. Besides the base runner. Runners at first and second now. 1 down. A high chop to short. Castrotaro charges, picks, throws to first. In time. A slick play from the athletic Castrotaro to cut down Paulie Goodness. A big out, number 2. Brings up Chris Finacharo. We've seen some high choppers today. When the ball bounds that high up in the air, it kills the chance of a double play, but not only does it do that, it makes it far less of a guarantee. You're going to get 1 out. Tyler Castrotaro, though, perfect pick and a strong throw. Finacharo grounded into a double play his last time up. Swings and misses through the heater for strike one. I think that pitch right there was the best fastball we've seen from Jaden Sherwood so far today. If he can find that the second time through the order, it could be huge. That one misses to even the count at 1-1. 2 hits for the Pilots, both in this inning. There's a ball low and outside. Finacharo, definitely one of the main threats in the Pilot lineup. With star catcher Noah Brooks concussed and done for the summer, Finacharo quickly becomes, I'd say, the number one guy that you circle in this lineup as someone you don't want to let beat you. But now, up in an opportunity to do some damage, potentially tie this game up in the top of the third. Got 2 ducks on the pond with 2 away. 2-1 pitch from Sherwood is fouled back. So 2s across the board. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Muckdogs up by 2-0, but the Pilots with 2 men on. Sherwood's pitch is cut on and missed for strike 3. Gets him to wave at the heater outside. So Finacharo cut down. The Pilots get 2 hits, but they leave both men stranded in scoring position. Still a 0 on the scoreboard after 2.5 innings of play. It's 2-0 Muckdogs.
People always ask me, Sophia, how do you change a tire? I don't know. I don't know how to change a tire. And my name's Bella. But I do know where you can get great food and good times at Tully's in Batavia at 522 East Main Street. Look out for coupons at the next Muckdogs home game. And go Dogs!
Tyler Castrotaro, at the top of the Muckdog order, open up the third inning. Castrotaro lined out on the first pitch of the game. As last time up, he came in today, hitting .343 on the season, a .459 on base. 404 slug. First pitch swinging again, fouls that pitch off. Played in every Muckdog game this season, is 35th tonight. And he's been aggressive. Likes the first pitch from Chavez. That one not put in play, though, so it's no balls and a strike. That one reached out, a fly ball down the right field line, but foul into the Pilot bullpen. Two runs on 4 hits for the Muckdogs through 2. A good start, but the way this team has played against Newark this season, it's almost like a surprise when they only have 2 runs through 2 innings. That one grounded to shortstop. Loyal will field and throw on the run in time for out number 1. Castrotaro set down. Now it'll be Cooper Fesh. Fesh grounded out to first base, back in the first. Sliding up in the order after his big day last night. He's been great all season. Other teams may let him slip through on the scouting report. But Newark, after seeing him twice in the last week, they'll be sure not to make that mistake. A guy who can flat out hit. Fouls that one away to even the count at 1-1. I mean, 349 average coming into the day. Maybe down to a whopping 348 now. That's still unreal. Line drive, caught at first by Wooten. He goes into a little leap to make the grab, robbing Fesh of a base hit. 2 quick outs here in the bottom of the 3rd inning for the Pilots. As Sean Mindas will come to the plate. Drew a walk his first time up today. For Ethan Chavez, you gotta feel pretty good about the way things have gone. Some hits, a couple runs, but again, it's been dominance the first 2 times these teams have played in the last week. 1-0 here. A fly ball into left field. Catch is made on the sinking liner by DiGiacomo to retire the side. So a 1-2-3 3rd inning for the Muckdogs, their first of the day. After 3 innings of play, it's 2-0.
Hey, I bet you're a good catcher of donuts in your mouth.
Hey! Don't chop at it. It's not a sword.
You're not a sword.
Come on.
Right two.
Oh, that's ugly, man. Strike out, video boy.
Come on now.
Right 3.
Huh? I caught it. You're out.
But I ticked it. It hit the bat.
You're still out.
You're still fat.
Before we begin the 4th inning, let's take a look around the league. In Elmira, the Double Days lead the Pios 2-0. That one in the top of the 4th. The Americans down 2-0. There's a line drive, base hit into center field to open up the 4th from Anthony Hector. Jumping on Sherwood to open the frame. Cooper Loyal now comes to the plate, and he struck out his last time up. Hector, hoping not to repeat his fate, maybe will be more cautious to run after Cooper Romick gunned him down at second base in the 1st inning. But back to the look around the league. The Tarp Skunks lead 2-0 over the Americans. That one in the 4th inning. And maybe a less relevant game for the playoff picture. The Red Wings lead the Ironbacks 2-1. Funny note that every game in the West Division, all teams playing right now, all teams in the 4th inning. There's a fly ball into right field. Vesco taking a few steps towards center, makes the catch for out number 1. Nick DiGiacomo drew a walk in the 2nd inning. Another trip to the plate here as the day continues to flip-flop back and forth. Now overcast sky, gray clouds taking over for the sun. The wind beginning to pick up. And again, no rain in the forecast. That one grounded, hits off of the rubber and into center field. A hot shot by DiGiacomo still squeaks through. Actually may have hit Jaden Sherwood's foot. Hope he's all right. He's not walking with any sort of limp or anything of the sorts. But 2 hits for the Pilots here in the 4th inning. Have runners on first and second with 1 down. Now they'll have a chat with Sherwood. Maybe check in on him. He went to grab around that foot ankle area. Seems like he's all good. We'll have a discussion in the infield, and pitching coach Grant Bickham will. Before they go up against second baseman Evan Brock. Brock with a ground out, his first time up in inning number 2. The Pilots have had base runners. They've got 4 hits. They've drawn 3 walks, but nothing has come through yet. The first pitch was a strike. Now on 0-1, that breaking ball outside. On deck is Alex Wooten, the first baseman. One. Fly ball into center field. Taking a few steps to his right is Vaughn. He makes the catch. 4 out number 2. Just had a great jump on that. The wind playing a factor a bit in the outfield, but no issue right there, as they're 2 down and 2 on for the first baseman Wooten. The Pilots had 2 on last inning. Nothing came of it. Same exact situation, actually. First and second, 1 down. 2 different batters reached base in the first, a man reached in the second. So there's been traffic in every inning. But again, they just haven't been able to get the big hit when they've needed it, as the first pitch breaking ball is in there for a strike. Oh, 1 offering now on the way. Another beautiful breaking ball paints the outside corner. Quickly puts Sherwood ahead. No balls and 2 strikes. Through 3.2 shutout innings, he struck out 3 batters, looking for number 4 right here, trying to get the Muckdogs on top through 3.5 innings. He looks back to second, comes home. Swing and a miss, strike 3. 3 straight breaking balls to set down Wooten and retire the side. The Pilots get 2 hits, but they leave them both stranded for the second straight inning. After 3.5 innings of play, the Muckdogs are on top, 2-0. Our incredible sponsors make Batavia Muckdog baseball possible. I'd like to give a special shout out to some of the sponsors which fuel your Muckdogs. Huge thank you to Batavia Downs, Brighton Security, Bully Hill, Casella Waste, Eli Fish Brewing, Genesee Community College, Genesee Lumber, Skyworks, Tompkins Bank, Turnbull Heating and Air, UR Wilmot, Rochester Regional Health, Wright Beverage, Geico, Graham Corporation, HP Hood, Liberty Pumps, and Owatka Milk Products. Thank you for all of your support of the Muckdogs. Braden Horton looking for his first knock of the day. He'll lead off the bottom of the fourth. First pitch is outside for ball one. Ethan Chavez still out there for the Pilots. That was his 43rd pitch of the ball game. He's done a good job through three. 2 runs have been scratched across, but nothing exactly scalded off the Muckdog bats. They've just been finding holes. Good hitting, as per usual, but Braden Horton here ahead 3 balls and no strikes. Chavez in danger of issuing his second walk of the day, with Jackson Inman on deck. Braden Horton taking all the way. Leaves that one low for ball 4, so he's aboard with nobody out. Inman singled his last time up and came around to score. Looking to do more of the same here. Braden Horton, of course, a threat to run. He's got 9 stolen bases on the season. 2 behind Tyler Castrotaro for the team lead. Muckdogs haven't been uber aggressive and active in the base stealing department, and you can understand why. So many hitters that can hit the ball into the gap. A lot of guys that are going to give you a good AB every time. Sometimes you wonder if it's worth the risk when the hitters at the plate are going to do a great job anyway. 1-0 is grounded. Nice play by Wooten. He throws to second for 1 onto first. Not in time. Chavez could not locate the bag, so Inman beats it out. Gets robbed of his second hit of the day. A really nice backhanded stab by Wooten. 1 on, 1 out for James Bolton now. James Bolton, 1 for 1 on the day. Flies that one into right field. Under it, making the catch, is Finacharo for out number 2. Omar Carreras smoked one right back up the middle his last time up. I thought that Evan Brock caught it, but it went just past his outstretched glove and into center field. Would have been a very unfortunate double play. Instead, it's a knock. Here, he takes first pitch breaking ball for strike 1. Another strike there. Quickly 0-2 against Carreras. 2 runs on 4 hits for the Muckdogs. No runs on 4 hits for the Pilots. All of Batavia's hits. That pitch missed outside. All of Batavia's hits came in the 2-run second inning. A walk in the first, a walk in the fourth. They're your only base runners outside of the frame. That breaking ball misses high, so the count even at 2-2. There's a high, slow chopper to short. Loyal fields the throw to first. Not in time. Omar Carreras legs out an infield single, his second of the day. And the Muckdogs are threatening with 2 away. Runners on first and second for Kyle Vaughn. That one seemed like it was going to be another one of those high choppers, but it hit a certain spot on the grass. It just died. It stutter-stepped, stayed low. It slowed it down. Loyal had to charge in harder to come get it. And at that point, he just was not going to throw out Carreras. Kyle Vaughn swinging at the first pitch, fouls it away down the right field line. Vaughn came up with the bases loaded and nobody out in the second. Hit into a 6-4-3 double play. Hit the ball hard. Just got a bit unlucky. So no RBI, a run did score on the play. 0-1. He swings through the high breaking ball. No balls, 2 strikes, 2 down, 2 on. For the Muckdogs here in the bottom of the fourth. Swing and a miss. Cut down on strikes. Chavez gets out of trouble. The Muckdogs leave 2 stranded. They get 1 hit. After 4 innings of play, they are up 2-0. Liam Wagner to open up the 5th inning for Pilots. It'll be 8, 9, and 10 in their order. Swinging at the first pitch, the heater blown by him for strike 1. Wagner singled his last time up. Swing and a miss. Back-to-back whiffs by Sherwood. The fastball has kicked into gear. The breaking ball has been nasty all day. He's ahead, no balls and 2 strikes. Looking for a K. Instead, he gets a pop-up on the infield. Coming on hard, Castro-Taro called off by Horton, who makes the catch for out number 1. Benny Buxton struck out in his first Newark Pilot AB. Newcomer, just signed yesterday. We heard about him in the press box. Heard he was going to be joined in the squad today. As with the tough break concussion for starting catcher Noah Brooks, the Pilots only had one catcher on their roster. Buxton grounds that one to second. Carreras throws to first in time for out number 2. And all my baseball fans out there know that just is not feasible. A catcher is too demanding of a position, especially in this heat. Not that hot tonight. I say that it's still mid-70s. A cooler night tonight, but when it's 85 plus every day and you're catching, you just can't do that on a daily basis. It's not feasible. Parker Zeiser grounds that one foul outside of third. The count 0-1. Swing and a miss. Sherwood ahead, no balls, 2 strikes. Looking for his first 1-2-3 inning of the day. He kicks and fires. Just misses. Jaden Sherwood is clearly not too happy with that call. He goes to make a reaction, but covers his face, keeping it calm and respectful. He'll try to do it again on 1 and 2. This time, get the call, the pitch on the way. Outside. Good leave by Zeiser. Called strike 3. A 1-2-3 fifth inning for Jaden Sherwood. He's through 5 shutout innings as the Muckdogs lead this one 2-0 halfway through. It'll be Jacob Vesco to open up the bottom of the 5th inning for the Muckdogs. Ethan Chavez still on the bump for Newark. He's pitched a strong 4 innings, allowed 2 runs. Jacob Vesco, responsible for one of those, hit a ribby single in the 2-run 2nd inning. Here he takes a breaking ball low. One-0 was fouled away to even the count at once. Vesco has not started a ton of games recently. Got to be a great feeling. You're in the starting lineup. Your first opportunity, you get an RBI hit, especially with 2 outs. And just adds to the positive feeling, momentum that he can ride into this one. Ahead of the count, 2-1. The pitch from Chavez is outside. Swing and a miss. The count full on Vesco. A fun note, it seems like all the games, all the big games in the PGCBL West are in sync tonight. I'll say what I'm about to say after the 3-2 pitch, which is grounded to third, fielded. The throw to first is in time for out number 1. The Muckdogs here in Batavia lead 2-0 over the Pilots. The Doubledays lead the Pioneers 2-0 in Elmira. In Jamestown, the Tarpskunks lead the Americans 2-0. So 2-0 all across the board. Earlier, they were all in the 4th inning at the same time. Auburn just a leg ahead in the top of the 6th inning. A lot of similarities. 3 big games. Cooper Romick takes the first pitch low for ball 1. Jamestown versus Niagara Falls is massive. I mean, you saw the Americans lose 1 game yesterday, and they dropped from a half game out of first to 4th. That one fouled away. And for Elmira, Auburn is just ahead of them. Just a few games separate those two teams. They have to win this game. To put it simply, if they don't start winning soon, they're not going to get to play into August. 1-1 pitch to Romick is outside, so he jumps ahead 2-1. He grounded out to third base his first time up today. 2-1 breaking ball misses low, so Romick ahead. Tyler Castrataro in the on-deck circle. That is low for ball 4. A 1-out walk for Romick flips the lineup over as the Muckdogs try to add on some insurance. They have not scratched a run across since the 2nd inning. Chavez has now walked 3 batters. Fell behind against Vesco, walks Romick. Swing and a miss, strike 1 right there. I was going to say you wonder if maybe he's starting to lose the strike zone a little bit. As he gets deeper into this game, the pitch count runs up a bit more. Speaking of pitch counts, that one fouled away, first base side. Jaden Sherwood finished the 5th inning with 66 pitches. Now, not a super high pitch count, but generally the Muckdog coaching staff, they try to keep their guys below that 75 range. 0-2 pitch bounces in the dirt. So it's 1-2. I would not in the slightest be surprised if we see Jaden Sherwood come on to get the first out, and then that's it for him. Just so the hometown kid can get a standing ovation after a brilliant start today. That's what I would expect the course of action to be. The 1-2 to Castrataro is low and inside to even the count. There is some stirring in the Muckdog bullpen. Runner goes for second. The pitch is tapped back to the mound. Chavez will flip to first to get the out. Hit and run in order. And it works to an extent. As Cooper Romick advances to second base, Castrataro out on the 1-3 putout. But Cooper Fesh, the 4 RBI man last night, with an opportunity with 2 down to drive in a run here. Romick in scoring position. Line drive, one hop. Brock fields it, throws in time. For out number 3, so Fesh hit it on the nose, but no dice. After 5 innings of play, the Muckdogs lead 2-0. They get no runs and leave a man on second base. We're heading to the 6th inning after the break.
Okay, fans, it's time to release the hound. It's time for the Grand Corporation Kids Run. Let's give all the kids a big hand.
Fun to stay at the YMCA. It's fun to stay at the YMCA. They have everything for your men to enjoy. You can hang out with all the boys. It's fun to stay at the YMCA. It's fun to stay at the YMCA. You can get
So Jaden Sherwood will indeed start the 6th inning. How long he goes is another question, as the Pilots' order flips over. It's his third time going through this lineup, starting with Pauly Goodness. Goodness 0 for 1 with a groundout and a walk today. Jaden Sherwood really has just gotten better as his day has gone deeper. Goes to a breaking ball, first pitch, tapped off the end of the bat. It somehow stays fair. Horton fields, tags. They got him. Goodness went to slide to the bag to avoid the tag of Horton on a ball that seemed destined to go into foul territory. It had some wicked spin on it, but it stayed fair. And indeed, they are doing what I expected. Jaden Sherwood's day done after getting the first out here in the 6th inning. They'll bring on Garrett Beaver. A brilliant 5.1 innings of work from the right-hander. He exits with the Muckdogs ahead 2-0. He is in line for the win. The Batavia Muckdogs could not operate without our sponsors. So let's show love to all of the incredible sponsors which power Muckdog Baseball. A huge thank you to Alex's Place, Batavia Downs, Bourbon and Burger, Brighton Security, Bully Hill, Casella Waste, Dave's Ice Cream, Eli Fish Brewing, Ficarella's Pizza, Genesee Community College, Genesee Lumber, Ken Barrett Chevrolet, Oakwood Hills, Skyworks, Tompkins Bank, Turnbull Heating and Air, Tully's, UR Wilmot, Rochester Regional Health, Wright Beverage, Zoom Fitness, Allegheny Farm Services, Arc of Genesee Orleans, Ashley Furniture, Batavia Foot Care Center, Best Choice Heating and Air, Bikers Against Child Abuse, Bright Path Kids, Burger King, Solino Plumbing, Council Rock Wealth Advisor Group, Eagle Star Housing, Easttown Beverage, Everdry Waterproofing, Farm Credit East, Ferro Gas, Frank's Call Mr. Plumber, Freed Maxic, Geico, Genesee County Chamber, Glow Regional Waste, Go Health, Graham Corporation, Healthy Families Wyoming, and the Genesee Partnership. Dealership, Horizon Health Services, HP Hood, ICAC, J. Leonard McAndrew Funeral Home, Land Pro, Leaf Guard, Liberty Pumps, Louis J. Lang & Sons, Empower Agency, Massive Testing, Mental Health Association of Genesee and Orleans, Myers RV, Mocaveros Automotive, the National Guard, the New York State School for the Blind, Oak Orchard Health, Owatka Milk Products, Overheard Door, PNCG, Pellegrino Auto Sales, Perry Veterinary Clinic, Stan's Harley-Davidson, Stout DWI, Suburban Propane, TF Browns, Toyota Batavia, Trevor R. Rally State Farm, TVSU, and the United States Gypsum Company. So it's Garrett Beaver, normally the Muckdog closer, in early today, maybe to shake off any bad feelings from his last outing. Numbers on the season still brilliant. First pitch, fastball is inside. This is his 13th appearance, 13 innings, a 3.46 ERA, 17 Ks to 8 walks. That 3.46 ERA is emblematic of life as a reliever. He came into that game on Tuesday with an ERA below 1.5. Comes out with it elevated by 2 runs. That's why it's not always the main stat to show just how good a guy out of the pen is. Stuff like that, a great indicator of the type of pitcher you got, as Finacharo swings and misses through strike 2. The 1-2 on the way. That's outside. It's worth noting and monitoring whether, as the 2-2 pitch is grounded foul outside of third, whether this is just giving him an opportunity to get right, clear his head after, an outing that really Garrett Beaver just doesn't have happen against him. An ERA around 1 through 3 years with the Muckdogs. It means you don't have any blow-up outings like the one that happened right there in Niagara Falls on Tuesday. This is a perfect chance for him to reset. I'm sure won't see any hiccups. The 2-2. Swing and a miss. Strike 3 on the breaking ball. He strikes out the first man he sees in Finacharo for out number 2. It'll be Anthony Hector now. He's reached base safely both times he's come to the plate. A hit and a walk, was caught stealing in the first. This will be his first time up against Beaver. First pitch is in there for strike 1. That two-seam action with the nasty slider that is noticeably slower. I don't really know anyone ever hits him. Breaking ball. Hector clearly fooled. No balls and 2 strikes to count. Oh, 0-2 pitch on the way, outside. That breaking ball misses low, evens the count at 2-2. Missing again, so the payoff pitch will be on its way in a moment. Good leave, good AB by Hector, taking some tough pitches just outside the strike zone. Now it'll be a 3-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. He gets him out in front. Beaver comes in, strikes out both hitters he sees in the 6th. After 5.5 innings of play, the Muckdogs are on top, 2-0. Dylan Kelly will take the mound for the Muckdogs. Excuse me, for the Pilots. So Ethan Chavez pitches a strong 5 innings, allows 2 runs. Kelly pitched against Batavia on the 13th. A really good outing, 2.1 scoreless, 1 hit, 2 walks, 2 Ks. This is his 7th appearance of the season. He's got a 5.4 ERA. But again, work cut out for him. Mindas, Horton, and Inman. Mindas flashes a bunt, but takes strike 1. Oh, 1 up high. Evens the count at a ball and a strike. 2 runs on 5 hits, no errors for the Muckdogs. No runs, 4 hits, no errors for the Pilots. Batavia really has done a great job when the pitching took a big step up. It's no coincidence that the defense went with it. Only helping. They've been playing a lot of clean ball, something that they focused on in the early to midpoint in the season. Now down the stretch, it's been clean play. There's a swing and a miss to even the count at 2-2. Mindas is 0 for 1 on the day. That one up high. Run the count full. Kelly at 6 feet 7 inches comes in with a unique attack angle. Way up high, the release point, completely over the top. There's no sort of deviation. He is going straight up there, dropping it down from the sky. Only adds to that deception. 3 balls, 2 strikes. The pitch to Mindas is grounded out to second base. Fielded by Brock. The throw to first is in time. Mindas hustling down the line. Made it closer than Pilot manager Marcus Smith maybe would have liked. But it's out number 1 nonetheless. As Braden Horton comes to the plate after drawing a walk his last time up. Of course, his first time in the batter's box against Kelly. First pitch is ball 1. The Tarp Skunks in the bottom of the 6th inning have extended their lead over the Niagara Falls Americans. There's a swing and a miss to even the count. They now lead 4-0. Those games, I can't overstate their importance. The Tarp Skunks currently 22-12. They sit ahead of the Americans in win percentage. They're the same amount of games back, but win percentage is what really matters here in the PGCBL. If Niagara Falls loses, they're really digging themselves in a hole, almost guaranteeing that they'd be playing on the road for all their playoff games. So there's a strike to even the count at 2-2. A 1-game playoff in a sport like baseball, which can be so fickle, you want to play at home. Control as much as you can. Worry about the rest later. So these losses. There's a line drive down the right field line. It's a base hit going to the corner. It hits off the wall. Braden Horton pulls up at second with a 1-out double. The Muckdogs looking to pad onto the lead as Jackson Inman will come to the dish.
Third baseman number 2, Jackson
Inman is 1 for 2 today. The Muckdogs haven't scored since the second inning. That double for Horton, his 11th extra base hit of the summer, extends his team lead. A guy who walks a ton, doesn't strike out, puts the ball in play, also puts it into the gap, and steals bases. Truly a five-tool player. Jackson Inman pops the first pitch foul, third base side out of play. It is actually now 5-0 Jamestown. That game is headed to the 7th inning. Oh, one pitch is inside. Count even at 1-1. Auburn still leads Elmira 2-0. That game is in the bottom of the 7th inning. The Pios, the back-to-back West Division champs, really, with a loss tonight, in danger of missing the playoffs. 1-1 to Jackson Inman is popped foul. It's been a weird season for Auburn. Had some key guys leave in the late going. 5 ties. They just still play winning baseball. Things around change, but the results have stayed the same. A ball and 2 strikes on Inman. Still one away. The pitch is taken in the dirt. Nobody warming in the Muckdog bullpen. So Garrett Beaver will at least pitch the 7th. I think after that it depends on the score of the game. The 2-2 is grounded to first. Wooten fields, takes it to the bag himself for out number 2. Horton advances to third. Up to the plate, James Bolton. Bolton 1 for 2 today. Unsurprisingly, has hit both balls to right field. A single and a fly out. Takes the first pitch low and outside. (1-0) grounded up the middle, hits off the glove of Kelly. Brock still there to field cleanly and throw to first in time. Good job staying on his toes as the direction of the ball was altered, but not enough to affect the play. Bolton cut down. Horton stranded at third base. After 6 innings of play, the Muckdogs lead 2-0. I just want to remind you, Muckdog fans, after tonight's game, there are 4 home games left. It's hard to believe, but it's true. 4 more home games. So, while you have the chance, come on out to Dwyer Stadium. It's going to be a ton of fun the rest of the summer. So call 585-524-2260. get yourself some tickets, come out to a game. Because 2026, that's a long way away, and that's when you're going to have to wait until, if you don't act fast. They're leaving the 7th inning to Garrett Beaver. He struck out the first 2 batters he faced out of the pen. In the 6th inning, after Jaden Sherwood was relieved, he won a brilliant 5.1 innings. Swing and a miss, strike 1. Beaver, you know he's right when he's getting whiffs on that slider. Got the nasty 2-seamer that can induce grounders, and that slider, which not only can he get swings and misses, he can paint it on the outside corner. It's 0-2 on Cooper Loyal, already 0 for 2 today. He checks his swing. That pitch outside. Now he'll come home with the 1-2 offering. That one fouled away. Grounder to third. Inman fields. He'll throw to first in time for out number 1. So not a strikeout, but Beaver gets soft contact on that slider. He's retired the first 3 that he's faced out of the pen. Now he'll be tasked with the left fielder, Nick DiGiacomo. The Pilots, going back to the start of Sunday's game, now 18 1/3 innings without a run against Muckdog pitching. First pitch misses outside for ball 1. Of course, now that I say it, they're probably going to score a run, but that pitch, breaking ball in there, evens the count at 1-1. Going more slider heavy. And it's understandable when he's got a pitch like that. Now a 2-seamer grounded down the third base line. They're calling it a fair ball. DiGiacomo thought it was foul, so he's held up at first. We'll see if they change any type of ruling. DiGiacomo was walking. He thought for sure that ball was foul, but it's ruled a fair ball, so it's a single. And a man on board with 1 down for the Pilots here in the top of the 7th inning. Probably a bad idea when the beneficiary is shocked, but hey. It's Evan Brock who takes the first pitch breaking ball outside. Now on 1-0. Throw back to first. DiGiacomo back in time. The pitch rolled a ball, so it's 2-0. On the second baseman, who is still looking for his first hit today. Brock with a ground out in the second, a fly out in the 4th. Both of those ABs against Jaden Sherwood. 2-0 pitch misses low. So 3 balls and no strikes. Beaver to Brock. Warming up in the bullpen for the Muckdogs, Irwin's Branch. 3-0 is in there for strike 1. Outside to the backstop, ball 4. DiGiacomo hustles to second, but no thoughts of swiping third. The 1-out walk puts 2 runners on for the Pilots. Tying run on base, the go-ahead run at the plate, in the form of Alex Wooten. Romick goes out as a quick word with Beaver.
First baseman number 10, Alex Wooten.
Wooten with a ground out and a strikeout today. Up in a huge spot for the Pilots. Swings and misses through the first pitch heater. Time is ticking. The Pilots have just 8 outs to work with. That one grounded foul outside of third. When you have an opportunity like this, you can't waste it late in the game. The back end of the Muckdog bullpen is dominant. You don't want to play around with it. Garrett Beaver, of course, part of that back end, but when you have him in a situation like this, you better not miss. The 0-2 pitch, check swing. They appeal, but he did not go. That one nubbed off of Horton's glove. Going for home and scoring is DiGiacomo. A ball cued off the end of Alex Wooten's bat, put into no man's land. Braden Horton made an attempt to stab it and keep the runners from scoring, but no dice. It hit off of his glove. It went onto the lip of the grass in the outfield. And that's all it took for DiGiacomo to score from second. So it's a ribby single. It puts the Pilots on the scoreboard. It's 2-1 here in the top of the 7th inning. The tying run in scoring position, the go-ahead run on base for Newark. First pitch is in there. Garrett Beaver is being tested with his length a bit. He's now up to 30 pitches. You don't see that a ton from a reliever. Trying to buckle down, work his way out of it. Big strike 2 right there on Liam Wagner, who is 1 for 2, a single and a pop out. That one popped up on the lip of the left field grass. The catch is made by Tyler Castrotaro for out number 2.
Catcher number 40, Benny Buxton.
Benny Buxton has a golden opportunity to introduce himself to his new ball club. He's 0 for 2 today, but those 2 unsuccessful ABs could easily be wiped if he can get a knock right here off of Garrett Beaver. First pitch fastball clips the outside corner for strike 1. That one blocked. It bounced, but Romick right there to keep the runners in check. The count even at 1-1. That one grounded to first. Horton backing up fields. He flips to Beaver, who steps on the bag in time. So the Pilots get on the board. They scratch a run across on 2 hits, but they leave 2 men left on base. After 6.5 innings of play, the Muckdogs still ahead. They lead now 2-1. It'll be Carreras, Vaughn, and Vesco. 7, 8, and 9, the Muckdog order. Here in the bottom of the 7th inning. Still ahead, but the Pilots just cut into that lead. It's 2-1. The Muckdogs scored in the 2nd inning, have not scored since. They'll try to scratch one across against Dylan Kelly, who pitched a scoreless 6th inning. His first pitch is a strike. Carreras is 2 for 2 today. 2 base hits on the line. Here he grounds that one and hits off of the glove of Kelly. He runs, throws in time. A slick recovery from the tall right-hander. It bounded off the mound, but he didn't lose focus. Delivered a strike for out number 1. As now Kyle Vaughn will come to the plate. He flashes bunt, but takes strike 1. The 7th inning is brought to you by Batavia Downs. Win more, lots more at the area's premier entertainment destination. That pitch misses, so the count is even at 1-1. Vaughn 0 for 2, a double play and a strikeout. Here, it's a fly ball into deep center field. Backing up and making the catch is Goodness for out number 2. As now, trying to spark something with 2 down, it's Jacob Vesco. Vesco is 1 for 2, had an RBI single in the 2nd. I think Irwin's Branch is just about ready to come into this game in the 8th. The Muckdogs would like to give him a bit more insurance. A slim 1-run lead as things stand. The Pilots have 6 outs to work with. First pitch breaker is low for ball 1. That one high. Battle of 2 of the taller guys on the field. Kelly 6'7", Vesco standing at 6'4". A few more inches for the pitcher. Also has the advantage of the elevated mound. Delivers that pitch high, so Vesco ahead 3-0. We'll see if he gets the green light. My guess is that he does. Takes a strike right there. Threw one on the way. Is up high for ball 4. So Vesco works a 2-out walk. He's on base for the 2nd time today. It extends the inning for Cooper Romick. Romick walked back in the 5th inning. Here, he takes a first pitch strike. In Elmira, a big shift as the Pios have roared for 5 runs in the bottom of the 7th inning. They now lead Auburn 5-2. I said it earlier, this is a must-win for them. Cooper Romick lines one right back to the screen. Good thing that net is there. Almost hit his teammate Sam Gill who's doing some work on the iPad, tracking stats for the Muckdogs for his teammates. No balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Runner on first base here in the bottom of the 7th. The pitch high. The throw down to second. Vesco running. He is in there. A stolen bag for Vesco. Puts him in scoring position with 2 down. Buxton thought he had him, but not quite. It's his 2nd stolen base of the season. Romick now will look to put one into the outfield and put the Muckdogs up by 2. That breaking ball misses. Two balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs here in the bottom of the 7th inning. Vesco running for third. The pitch is popped up on the infield. Cooper Loyal makes the catch for out number 3. So Vesco left stranded. No runs on no hits. After 7 innings of play, it is 2-1 Batavia. Pilots down by 1. They've got the Muckdogs would like to thank Alex's Place, Batavia Downs, Eli Fish, Ficarella's Pizza, Go Health New York, the Mental Health Association, Tiny Piney, Tompkins Bank, Rochester Regional Health, Whole Life Fitness, Farm Credit East, and the YMCA for their support of Batavia Muckdog Baseball. It'll be Irwin's Branch on to pitch the 8th inning. The fireballing right-hander who's been clocked as hard as 95 on the gun will make his 12th appearance. He's gone 15.1 innings, a 3.52 ERA, 10 strikeouts to 14 walks. So the big thing with him is just keeping things in the strike zone. If he throws strikes, he's not going to give up a lot of hits. He'll face Parker Zeiser and then the top of the Newark order. He's been put in some high leverage situations this season. I think it's fair to say this is probably the highest magnitude. Nobody warming yet in the Muckdog bullpen. You wonder if the plan is for him to pitch the final 2 innings or if someone else will come on. Now, somebody up and moving around out there. I would expect, most likely, unless the score changes drastically, it's one of Luke Rising or Eric Woodley who was called on to pitch the 9th inning. Just a guess. We'll see. Parker Zeiser 1 for 2, a single and a strikeout today. First pitch fastball is in there for strike 1. There's another strike. Just what the doctor ordered. Quickly ahead, no balls, 2 strikes on Zeiser. The 0-2 on the way. Breaking ball misses high and inside. Last time Irwin's Branch pitched, that one misses, was July 11th, so nearly a week off. Won an inning versus Elmira, did not allow a run, but did load the bases. Chant of strike him out breaks out behind home plate as Branch kicks and fires the 2-2. Misses low. That pitch is fouled back. So they'll do it again at a full count. Branch takes a deep breath. Now he'll rock, kick, and fire low for ball 4. So a leadoff walk after jumping ahead of Zeiser, 0-2. The tying run aboard for the Pilots in the 8th inning. Polly Goodness now to the plate as Eric Woodley starts throwing out in the Muckdog bullpen. Goodness is 0 for 2. 2 groundouts and a walk today. This is his 4th time up. The leadoff man for Newark. First pitch misses from Branch. Big lead at first from Zeiser. But he gets back in time ahead of the snap throw from Romick. He took a massive secondary like he wanted to run. Maybe he slipped, maybe he thought he had the timing and he didn't. Almost caught in no man's land. Would have been a costly mistake. Here on 1-0. Branch misses outside. This is always the risk or the danger when a reliever doesn't pitch for a bunch of days in a row. Usually you try to get him in every 3 or so days. Just no opportunity to do it, however. 2-0. That fastball is in there for a strike. So it may take Irwin's Branch a moment to sort of get back into that rhythm, find the release point, get things clicking. He's shown a propensity to pitch himself into and out of trouble. So if 2 guys get on, it doesn't necessarily mean a big inning is impending. So that one is fouled away. Two on the way. Just misses off the outside corner. So the count runs full on Goodness. Finacharo in the on-deck circle. You know that Branch really wants to come in the zone. I'm expecting the heat on 3-2. Goes to the fastball. It's popped up. Shallow right field towards the line. Vesco charging. He slides. But it bounces and goes in to the seats. So they'll do it again on 3-2. He gave it all he had. Just placed far enough out of the reach of the right fielder. Another life for Goodness. Another payoff coming home. Zeisser with a small lead at first. Branch comes home with the 3-2. Fouled back. Putting together a clash. In the biggest moment, one of the best hitters for the Pilots. He's not going to go down without a fight. Fouled away again. So Goodness has now seen 3 straight fastballs and a 3-2 count. He's fouled all of them off. He's seen just about everything, as the next pitch will be the 9th of the at-bat. Branch needs to throw a strike. Does he trust the breaking ball, or does he just go back to the heat, which Goodness has already seen? The fastball is high and outside for ball 4. Back-to-back walks for the Pilots. Skip Martinez will go out. I don't know if this is going to be a chat. I think he's going straight to the pen. It's not going to be Eric Woodley. It will be Reed Markham. So back-to-back walks. Surrendered by Irwin's Branch coming into the game. And Skip has seen enough. Clinging on to a 1-run lead. Just no wiggle room, no cushion for mistakes in a huge game. Playoff implications in the air as we come down the stretch in the PGCBL. We'll let Reed Markham return. We'll let him warm up when we return. It's a huge moment in this ball game. Reed Markham is being put into a huge spot in this ball game. The tying run at second, the go-ahead run at first base here in the top of the 8th inning for 2, 3, and 4 in the Newark order. Starting with Chris Finocchiaro Jr. First pitch is in there for strike 1. The Muckdogs are playing for the bunt. You saw Jackson Inman in on the grass. Tyler Castrataro absolutely sprinting to third. They're doing a wheel play of sorts. Horton and Inman will both crash. Castrataro will cover third. Carreras to cover first. They'll leave second base open. The 0-1 pitch, breaking ball outside. For Reed Markham on the season, a 2.7 ERA, 3.1 innings pitched. This is his 4th appearance. He pitched on the 9th versus Geneva, went 1.1 scoreless. Now on 1-1, blows the fastball by him. Goes ahead of Finichario. A ball and 2 strikes. One ball, 2 strikes, nobody out here in the top of the 8th inning. Pitch from Markham just misses to even the count up. Markham standing at 6, it says 6 foot. I don't buy that in the slightest. I'd pin him more around 6'4". Got a big fastball he winds up. Breaking ball, which is much slower. Good pitch differential speed. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Right on cue, he goes to that breaking ball. Finicharo out in front. A huge out, number 1 for Reed Markham. As now it'll be Anthony Hector. Hector is 1 for 2 today, a single and a walk. Interesting decision to elect not to lay down the bunt with the middle of the order. That one misses low. Personally, I'd say that I agree with the rationale not to bunt there, especially with the meat of your order up. Those are the guys you call on. You trust them to swing it and drive in runs. You have 6 outs to work with, now 5. You don't want to give up those outs. The 1-0. Fastball paints the outside corner. You're working on time crunch. You just don't have that kind of luxury. Not with your best hitter at the plate, as Finicharo has been for much of the season. The 1-1 to Hector. A breaking ball that paints the outside corner. Puts Markham ahead 1-2. One ball, 2 strikes. 1 out, 2 on for the Pilots here in the top of the 8th inning. Markham kicks and fires. Check swing. He did not go, though. The count even a 2-2. Hector showing off the wrist strength. He was ready to go hacking at that one, but able to pull back in time. He'll live to see another pitch. Pilots, a base hit likely ties the game up. That one is low to run the count full. On deck is Cooper Loyal. This Pilot team, which beat Jamestown just a few days ago. Looking to pull off another upset. That one misses for ball 4, and the bases are loaded in the top of the 8th inning for the Pilots. They trail by just 1, the go-ahead run in scoring position. They have not recorded a hit this inning. It's been 3 walks to get them into the spot. A contactless inning, 3 walks and a strikeout. They'll be in at the corners with Inman and Horton. Double play depth up the middle. First pitch is high for ball 1. Nowhere to put Loyal. The shortstop is 0 for 3 today. That pitch is in there. Fastball, inside corner. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. Markham gets a swing and a miss on the breaking ball for strike 2. 1 ball, 2 strikes on Loyal, who's already struck out today. Markham looking for a second K of the inning. That would push the infield back. It would make all the difference. Markham peers in for the sign. Now he comes home, and that one misses outside. Still got 2 pitches to work with, though. That's the power when you get ahead in the count, especially in a situation like this. Markham still could go to the off-speed or the fastball. Loyal has to respect both. He steps out to contemplate before the next offering. Two balls and 2 strikes. The pitch from Markham. Bounces, it goes to the backstop, and a run will score to tie the game. A brutal break as it hit off of the leg of Romick and skidded far away. The game is tied in the top of the 8th inning. The Pilots still threatening. Runners on second and third with 1 out as the count is full. Brutal break. The infield now fully comes in, trying to cut down the go-ahead run. But the pitch misses for ball 4. 4 walks for the Pilots here in the 8th inning, as pitching coach Grant Bickham will go out and have a chat with his right-hander. In other PGCBL news, the Tarp Skunks have nailed down victory. They beat the Americans 6-0. They've won the first 2 in the big series there. They'll look for a 3-game sweep of Niagara Falls tomorrow. In Elmira, the Pioneers lead 6-2. That game in the bottom of the 8th inning. For anyone interested, the Ironbacks lead the Red Wings 8-7. Both of those teams mathematically eliminated, so does not change anything with the playoff picture. The conference over. Nick DiGiacomo up to the plate. He's been the guy that's done the most damage against the Muckdogs today. 2 for 2, reached base all 3 times he's come to the plate, a walk and 2 singles. The Muckdogs infield in at the corners, back for the double play up the middle. The first pitch from Markham is high. With Jamestown's win, if the Muckdogs were to drop this one, they'd be just a half game in the lead in the West. That one also misses high, so 2 balls and no strikes on DiGiacomo. There is nowhere to put him. A walk would put Newark ahead. There is a huge strike 1. Cannot overstate how important that pitch is. If he falls behind 3-0, almost a death sentence. Here comes the 2-1. Misses low and outside. 3 balls and a strike on DiGiacomo. Markham, before a huge pitch, he comes home to the plate. That one is in there for strike 2. The drama continues to build. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. The base is loaded for Newark here in the top of the 8th inning in a tie ball game. Markham versus DiGiacomo. The pitch is fouled back. So they will do it again on 3-2, continuing to just add on. The moment continues to build up. We've seen the Muckdogs come back a lot. They aren't usually in this situation. 3-2. Tapped out. Markham coming. He'll flip, but he falls down. He went to flip it to home plate, but he slipped. A little dribbler turns into an RBI single, and it gives the Pilots the lead in the top of the 8th inning. A shocking turn of events. Skip pleading something. Not 100% sure. I believe he's saying that that was a foul ball. Maybe that it hit off of DiGiacomo. He's arguing with the base ump, pleading his case. Clearly not so happy. Of course, I could go back and reassess the replay. I won't change anything with the game, just for an understanding of what happened. But the Pilots have come back on 4 walks and a dribbler that went about 10 feet away from home plate. It's been a rough inning for the Muckdog bullpen. And they'll call on Eric Woodley to try to stop the bleeding. The Pilots, with 2 runs, are jumping ahead. They lead 3-2. Again, this does not change the outcome. It'll remain a 3-2 Newark lead. But upon assessing the replay, it's clear as day that ball bounced up and hit DiGiacomo on the shoulder and then rolled out into the field of play. So that should be a foul ball. But again, that's out of the Muckdogs' control. Eric Woodley into the game. What's in his control now is keeping it a 3-2 deficit. He's been fantastic this season. This is his 11th appearance. He's got 19 innings, a 3.79 ERA, 22 strikeouts to 4 walks. Generally an indicator that he's a better pitcher than that ERA shows. First pitch fastball's in there for a strike. Not that a 3.79 is anything to scoff at, but past ERA, not a great indicator of your future ERA. Eric Woodley, with those numbers, that's really more indicative of a pitcher maybe in the low 2s. He's facing Evan Brock on 0-1. That breaking ball is in for strike 2. No balls and 2 strikes. Here comes the 0-2. Up high with the heater. Woodley tossed a shutout inning against the Americans. Here, he delivers that breaking ball just outside to even the count at 2-2. Two balls, 2 strikes. That one yanked outside. Romick gets a glove on it, but the count is now full for the Pilots. Muckdogs infield in at the corners. Again, back in double play depth up the middle. It's been death by cuts here in the 8th. As that pitch misses outside for ball 4. The 5th walk of the inning for the Pilots as they now lead 4-2. As the Muckdog bullpen just searching for the strike zone. Alex Wooten hit an RBI single in the 7th inning to put the Pilots on the board. Now with a really golden opportunity to put them ahead in a big way. Takes the first pitch fastball outside. Comes the 1-0. And misses high. 2 balls and no strikes on Wooten. There's a fly ball into center field. Vaughn coming on. He makes the catch. Bluffing to tag, but staying put at third base is Loyal. So big out number 2 for the Muckdogs. Brings up Liam Wagner. Wagner has popped up his last 2 times to the plate, singled in the 3rd inning. This game has really come to a screeching halt in the 8th. First pitch from Woodley's outside. Moving at a brisk pace for much of the day, but some long ABs, 5 walks by Newark. Has them in front. 3 runs home, looking for more. As that one paints the outside corner. One breaking ball in there for strike 2. Woodley 1 pitch away from getting out of this mess, leaving the bases loaded. Really trying to stop the bleeding right here. He looks back to second. Now will come to home plate. That one. Check swing, grounded to third. Inman fields, throws to first in time. A brutal hop, but Jackson Inman with a huge play stays with it, fields it at his chest, and retires the Pilots, but not before. They strike for 3 runs on 1 hit. They leave the bases loaded, and now, for the first time today, lead 4-2 after 7.5 innings of play. So the Muckdogs wrapped up the bottom of the 7th inning in the lead. They find themselves in a completely different scenario now. One that they're not afraid of, one that they've been in plenty of times. They trail by 2 runs. They've got the top of their order, Castrotaro, Fesh, and Mindas. Dylan Kelly still on the mound. First pitch breaking ball is in there for a strike. Just a tough top half of the inning. 5 walks, 1 hit. Put 3 across for Newark. That one's reached out, fouled away. So Kelly quickly ahead, no balls and 2 strikes. Reached out, fouled away. Staying alive is Castrotaro. He's hitless on the day, 0 for 3. Just 2 hits for the Muckdogs since the 2nd inning. Oh, 2 misses. One, 2 ground ball, foul outside of first. One ball and 2 strikes. The shortstop awaits the pitch. Checks his swing. Leaves it outside to even things up. The Muckdogs' top 3 hitters. A pretty rare sight. They are a combined 0 for 8. Trying to change that up here in the bottom of the 8th. 2-2. High chopper to third. Going to be a tough play. The throw from Hector. Not nearly in time, and it gets by Wooten. So Castrotaro will move up to second base. It's an infield single and an E5. And it's got the Muckdogs going here in the bottom of the 8th inning. Cooper Fesh looking for his first knock of the day. You're not going to see too many hitless outings for him. Some could say that he's due. The throwing error, the first error by either side today. It's been slick defensive play for the most part. But with the pressure on in E5, Kelly's first pitch is in there for strike one. Tyler Castrotaro leads off as second base. That one gets to the backstop, but it hit Cooper Fesh. Castrotaro was ready to run for third, but he'll have to walk back as it's a dead ball. The hit by pitch has two aboard. The Muckdogs have immediately answered. 3 runs for Newark. Batavia threatening. Sean Mindas to the plate. Marcus Smith out to the mound. Let's see if that's all for Dylan Kelly. So Kelly is still in the ball game, not done just yet. He's fared well for the most part. Nothing too egregious in this inning. A ball off the foot of Cooper Fesh and a chopper to third base. But now the meat of the order, it'll be Mindas, followed up by Horton and Inman. Kelly and whoever comes in next will have to tread lightly. Sean Mindas 0 for 2, a walk on the line. He flashes bunt, pulls back, and takes strike one. No balls and a strike. Mindas squaring early. Way in is Wooten. Mindas fouls it away, so it's 0-2. Wooten still in, even with 2 strikes. A bit curious. Starting to take a few steps back, but he's well in on that grass. Mindas swings and misses for strike 3. He's set down for the first out here in the bottom of the 8th. Now it's up to Braden Horton. 1 out, 2 on in the bottom half of the 8th inning. The Muckdogs needing some magic. They've had their fair share of it this season. First place in the West Division. They have 5 walk-off wins. They'll need another come-from-behind win tonight as Braden Horton takes the first pitch inside. If there's anyone you'd want up in the plate in this situation, it's undoubtedly Braden Horton. Today, he's 1 for 2 with a double and a walk. On the season, leads the team in OPS, extra base hits, on base percentage. Most of the stats you can find, Braden Horton leads. Ahead in the count 1-0 here. That one low. It's 2 balls and no strikes. The runners thought about taking off for second and third. You know, I think if Buxton looked to first base, they had Cooper Fesh, but only looking at second where Tyler Castrotaro scurried back in time. So runners on first and second still, 1 down. The count 2-0 to Braden Horton. Now 3-0. Not much relief in the on-deck circle as Jackson Inman awaits. 3-0 from Kelly is in there for a strike. Two runs, 7 hits, no errors for the Muckdogs. Trying to add to that total. We got 1 hit in the inning. The 3-1. Breaking ball is low for ball 4. Braden Horton stays patient, loads him up. The tying run in scoring position. The go-ahead run is on base in Horton, as James Bolton will come to the plate against a new arm, as that will be it for Dylan Kelly. He leaves with the bases loaded. All 3 runners on base, his responsibility. The new pitcher for the Pilots is Mason Haar. And you want to talk about a guy who hasn't pitched a whole lot this season being thrown into a tough spot. Haar has 1 appearance. He went 2.1 innings, allowed 1 earned run. So he's got a 3.86 ERA, which is respectable. 2 strikeouts, no walks. He is being put in for his 2nd appearance of the season with the bases loaded, 1 out, for Jackson Inman, James Bolton, and then Omar Carreras. Again, the bases loaded, his team clinging on to a 2-run lead in the bottom of the 8th inning. The highest of high-leverage situations for the utility man from Victor, New York, an attendee of the University of Mount Olive, trying to come through in a huge spot as Jackson Inman looks to knot this one up for the Muckdogs. Pick up his bullpen after 3 runs came across in the top of the 8th inning. First pitch from Haar is inside for ball 1. A ball and no strikes, the count on Jackson Inman. Takes that for a strike at the knees, so things are even at 1 apiece. Inman singled to open the 2nd inning and came around to score. The Muckdogs, it's been a bunch of zeros since then. They still have not scored since the 2-run 2nd. Trying to break that spell here. They're in at the corners for Newark. The 1-1 pitch, a swing and a miss. One ball, 2 strikes. Inman now will have to battle and compete at the dish. Takes time. He throws away, I believe, an elbow guard. He's seen enough. Har peering in for the sign on the pivotal 1-2 pitch. That one inside. So he throws away the elbow guard, almost gets hit. Count even a 2-2. Obviously it would hurt. I don't think Jackson Inman cares in the slightest if he gets hit by a pitch. The Muckdogs would take runs any way that they can get them at this point in time. Here comes the 2-2. Breaking ball, misses low. A phenomenal take by Jackson Inman. It looked like a strike for about 55 feet, and then it dropped into the dirt. Inman locked in, lays off of it, even in a 2-strike count. It runs things full. The payoff will be away shortly. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Here in the bottom of the 8th, Har looks in. Kicks and fires. A swing and a miss. A huge second out here in this 8th inning as Inman goes down swinging. And it's in the hands now of James Bolton. Bolton is 1 for 3 today. Also picked up a single in that 2nd inning. With 2 outs, runners will be off on contact. A single more than likely ties the game. First pitch swinging, fouls it away down the right field line. Castrotaro leads off third. Fesh at second, Horton at first. Bolton looking to let him run wild on the bases. Steps out before the 0-1 pitch. Check swing. A huge block by Buxton. He keeps it in front of him. You know that Castrotaro at third is going to be itching anything that bounds away a little too far. He's going to be barreling for home, especially with his speed. Count even at 1-1 on Bolton. Outside for ball 2. You can feel the tension, the energy in the air here. Some fans shouting, slamming on chairs, doing whatever they can to get the Muckdogs the spark they need. James Bolton, the designated hitter, ahead in the count. Omar Carreras awaits on deck. Har takes a deep breath, now comes home with the 2-1. A swing and a miss. Got him waving at one low and outside. The count, 2-2. There are 2 outs in the bottom of the 8th. The Muckdogs down to their final 4 outs. They trail by 2 runs in a game that they've led almost the entire way. Do they have a rally in their bones? The 2-2. Outside runs, the count full. All 3 runners will be off on the pitch. James Bolton in the biggest spot. The leader in batting average for the Muckdogs last summer. Looking to give his squad a huge lift here in late season action. Time is called again. You can feel the deliberate nature of everything. Bolton has stepped out a few times. Mason Har taking long pauses and deep breaths between every single pitch. It just matters more right now. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Har with a deep breath. He looks back to first. Now we'll come to home plate. That one lined up the middle. It's down for a base hit, and the game is tied. James Bolton, with 3 balls and 2 strikes, lines one into center field. A huge knock, and the Muckdogs aren't done just yet. It's 4-4 in the bottom of the 8th. Ice cold from Bolton right there. Not fazed by the big moment. He was ready to attack. He got a slider low and outside, reached out and poked it into center field. Goodness was playing in. There was a question if it was going to get down or not, and it did. James Bolton now being pinch run for. I believe that is Luke Dodonna in for him. He gets a huge applause as he exits. As now Omar Carreras trying to keep the magic going, put the Muckdogs ahead before the 9th inning goes underway. He swings and misses through the first pitch. Carreras is 2 for 3 on the day. Horton on third, Dodonna at first. Har's pitch. A high fly ball into left field. It's swirling around, now charging. The ball drops! It drops for a base hit. Coming for home is Dodonna. 2-run score. It's a 2 RBI double for Omar Carreras as there's a miscommunication in left field between DiGiacomo and Loyal, and the ball drops between them. 4 runs in the bottom of the 8th, and the Muckdogs are back on top. They lead 6-4, and the magic just never seems to die with this team. No matter the circumstance, no matter the score, they find a way. A pinch hitter will be in. It's Justin Espinal. Espinal in for Kyle Vaughn. Carreras leading off of second base. First pitch, a swing and a miss, strike 1. Unbelievable. I don't want to say anything, but a play like that just gives you the feel of a team of destiny. It doesn't matter how much of a gut punch the top of the 8th inning was. They fought and fought. They put together competitive ABs. All 4 runs coming with 2 outs. Still potential for more with Espinal up and Carreras at second base. The 0-1. In the dirt, blocked by Buxton. In times like this, you just have to tip the cap. And the funny thing about it, the 1-1 pitch, check swing, they say Espinal went, so it's a ball and 2 strikes. The funny thing is, I don't think there's one person in the stream, one person at this game who's surprised about the Muckdogs coming back. When they're down by a few runs in the late innings, it's more surprising when they don't come back and win. The win, far from declared yet. They still need to record 3 outs in the top of the 9th. The 1-2 pitch to Espinal is in the dirt. 2-2 pitch on the way. Flared, one hop to Loyal at short. He fields cleanly, throws to first in time for out number 3. But not before the Muckdogs take the lead back. They put up 4 runs on 3 hits. They do leave a man left on base. But Eric Woodley will be called on to nail down 3 more outs. The Muckdogs lead 6-4. We're going to the 9th. Don't go anywhere. We've got some more intense baseball when we return.
People always ask me, Sophia, how do you change a tire? I don't know. I don't know how to change a tire. And my name's Stella. But I do know where you can get great food and good times at Tully's in Batavia at 522 East Main Street. Look out for coupons at the next Muckdogs home game. And go Dogs!
So Eric Woodley will be going up against 9, 10, and 1 in the Newark order, starting with Benny Buxton. Buxton 0 for 3 today. Woodley got the final 2 outs in the 8th. Looking to finish off Newark. First pitch fastball misses. That one fouled away. You have to wonder, with that long break and emotional inning, how does it affect Eric Woodley? Well, I can tell you, if there's anyone that you'd want out on the mound in this situation, a foul tipped into the glove for strike 2. Eric Woodley is pretty high up on that list. If you want to talk about mentality, dog factor, Woodley's got it. When he's out on that mound, and I mean this in a good way, he's a psycho out there. Fired up, yelling, trash talking. And that's exactly what you need from a closer, a guy who's just ice cold, not going to be phased. Not scared by the big moment. He steps up to it. Here are 2 balls and 2 strikes on Buxton. Saw Woodley nail down a save against Elmira. That one. Broken bat, slow roller to first. Espinal steps on the bag for out number 1. As you saw, Justin Espinal stays in the game playing first base. Braden Horton slides to center field. As Parker Zeisser comes to the plate. 2 more outs for the Muckdogs to nail down to secure the victory. Pitch from Woodley. Line drive fielded on a hop. The throw to first in time for out number 2. It was a liner. It hit off of the grass and went straight into the dirt. No hops after that. Castro-Taro able to get over in time to field it cleanly and throw to first. So 2 out, 1 more to go. It's the leadoff man for Newark and Pauly Goodness. Goodness has a pair of walks. He's 0 for 2 today. The first pitch from Woodley is outside. The fans still here. Rowdy making noise as they can taste victory in the air. The 1-0 pitch is in there for strike one. Woodley just mowing him down. Needs one more. Line drive, almost caught by Woodley. That would have been quite the way to end the game. But it sneaks by and into the outfield. For Goodness, the third time he reaches today. And it brings up Chris Finacharo. Sean C., I see you in the chat. I say hi back to Rowan. And I've got you. I won't say anything. Of course, something needs to happen first. But I can do that. First pitch is outside for ball one. Finacharo, 0 for 4 today. A double play and 3 strikeouts. Here ahead, 1-0 on Woodley. That is a strike to even the count at 1-1. On 1-1, Woodley kicks and fires. Strike two. The Pilots down to their final strike. And what has Eric Woodley got in store here in a game the Muckdogs led through the first 7 innings? They dropped the lead but came right back, scoring 4 in the 8th. The 1-2 is up high. 3 runs in the top of the 8th for Newark, 4 in the bottom half of the inning. In a game that has just 10 combined runs, 7 came in the one frame. That's where a lot of the action went. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Woodley looks in, now comes home. Called, strike 3. Ball game over. Muckdogs win. The Muckdogs win. They nail down victory. They come back. They regain the lead they lost. A huge win for Batavia. Eric Woodley works the final 5 outs, gets the job done. The heroes for the Muckdogs, James Bolton, Omar Carreras. 2 RBI single from Bolton to tie the game. Carreras put it in play, and a good thing happened. A miscommunication in left field between Nick DiGiacomo and Cooper Loyal. And that proved to be the difference as the Muckdogs nailed down a win. It was a nail-biter, but they pulled it out. Batavia improves to 24-10-1. They hold on to their 1.5 game lead in the West, despite the Newark victory. I've been Nikita Lohman taking you through this one. I thank you all for tuning in. I hope you enjoyed this thrilling 6-4 Muckdog win. I'll be signing off now. And again, I thank you for tuning in, and I hope you enjoy the rest of your Thursday night.